This is how to use the web-based Smarter Balanced Practice or Training tests without a teacher account or a student account number. These tests can be taken at school or at home, anywhere that a student has web access. It's important to note that practice tests and training tests do not assess all the standards that will be on the operational test. They don't predict or gauge a student's success on the operational assessments, and they don't produce any score. Let's look at options between training test and practice test. Practice test allows students to experience the grade level assessment. There's a variety of grade level specific items at different difficulty levels. There are performance tasks that are part of the practice test, and the format and the structure is the same as that of the operational assessment. Each practice test is about 30 items, and the performance tasks are available for both ELA and mathematics. All universal tools, designated supports, and accommodations are available. The training test allows students to become familiar with the test delivery system and the interface features. It allows students to become familiar with the testing software and the navigational tools by providing a type of question that uses each of the navigational tools. These tests are not grade specific and are in grade bands, and they have about 15 to 14 items, and there are no performance tasks. All universal tools, designated supports, and accommodations are available for these training tests. Here's how to take a practice test or training test from the web without a secure browser or a teacher account. Logging on to the practice test through the Cambrian website, you go to cambriansd.org/SBAC, and then you'll see a link there that says practice test. Click on that link. That'll open up the California site where you will click on the right green student interface. You will simply use the guest user and the guest session on the student site and then sign in. From here, choose a grade level. I'm choosing 5, and then yes. From here, you can choose a training test, a practice test, or a practice performance test. Let's choose a training test. So you can see that all the universal tools are available to be chosen. Text-to-speech is not available on the web. You have to have the secure browser for text-to-speech. Color contrast is available. American Sign Language, they can show an ASL video. That is an accommodation and must be on an IEP. You can take off Mark for Review, on or off highlighter. The word list is available to all students. The passages, some people don't want them on for kids who play with them instead of use them. And so we go to, is this your test? And it shows all the things that we chose or didn't choose. And yes, start my test. They must listen to the sound and hear it and say yes to go on. And then the test instructions will come up and students can browse through those and read them very carefully. Once they've read them, they can begin the test now. And that will open up the test. And this is a training test, and notice it has all these universal tools to expand the passages, to get a tutorial about how to answer a question, to if it disappears like that, just press zoom out or zoom in, and then the question will reappear. So you'll notice that these questions are at various grade levels. Some are easier than third grade and some are harder than third grade. And also you'll notice that there's only 6 questions in all. And so it's 6 questions across 3 grade levels. Let's go back now and look at the practice test. Once again, you'll have choices. We'll select. And then if you don't see what you want, you can always log back out and come back in again. We're going to pick 5th grade again, and yes, practice test, and once again, we can choose something or not. Let's not. Scroll down, start the test, have to listen for the sound and say yes, and then once again, here are the instructions. Begin test now. So this test now is strictly a 5th grade level, but it has the same capabilities, but there you can see that this is 1 out of 30 questions. 30 questions is about the number of questions that a student will have on the test, so that helps to build their stamina, and of course it is at grade level. So web access is an easy way for students to practice the test and how to take the test anytime and any place. Again, it's not for scoring, it's just for practice and how to use the tools.